Hello and welcome to Live Coding Happy Hour on this great Friday, August 28th, 2020. I'm your host, Andrew Barnes, and we're here today to do some ServiceNow development, completely unscripted, because that's the best way to do it. We got our usual suspects here, but let's go ahead and introduce ourselves, starting with Brad.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brad Tilton, and I am a developer advocate with the developer program here at ServiceNow. I've been doing development and admin work on ServiceNow for about 12 years. And yeah, I'm going to stop there.
Thanks, Brad and Chuck.
Once again, we have the ABCs of Live Coding Happy Hour. Andrew, Brad, and Chuck. My name is Chuck Tomasi, Senior Developer Evangelist at ServiceNow. Been here for a little over 10 years, customer for a couple of years before that. And yes, this weekend is going to be another coding weekend with spokes and apps and service portal and all kinds of goodness.
Oh, fun. And I'm Andrew Barnes, developer advocate here at ServiceNow. I figured it out. Year 2 actually hits next week for me. I had to do a bunch
you know
of
what you get for that? You get
HR
this.
trainings. So I've been developing on the platform for about 6 years now, and specialize in integrations and custom applications and managing large-scale development teams. And let us go around the horn and introduce our tasty beverages for the day. Brad, what do you got today?
All right. I have a North Coast Old Rasputin Russian Imperial Stout.
That is not a summer beer, sir.
Yeah, because the heat index is in the low hundreds right now. So.
Don't care.
Oh, okay. that Old Rasputin's a good beer.
That's why they don't care.
I'm not sad you have it, but this is definitely not a summer beer. And I bet you are sporting a more summer-like beer, Chuck.
Maybe.
All right,
what you got? Like a slot machine where you see it come up with the bar. Brad's got one bar. I've got another bar. No pun intended about the beer thing. I've got another Russian beer. My son-in-law went to the Russian grocery store and got me this one that I really have a problem pronouncing.
It's an extra lager.
It's an extra lager. I love how it says Russian and Soviet brewing traditions, high standards of quality control. This can has been translated through Google Translate, I
think. And I've got the newest flavor from the beer that I have been, or the brewing company I've been enjoying, their sours from Edmunds Oast. And this is a sour blackberry raspberry. And I already had a couple of sips, and it's not as good as the other ones. It's still fine. The other one's in a whole different weight class than this one.
Which one did you prefer, the peach?
I think the other 3 I had on the show were all 4.5s for me. And they have one that I'd never had on the show that's a 5. It's a straight, just rockin' 5. You just can't find them anywhere because they're too good, apparently. This one, I was able to snag 6 of these thanks to a good friend of mine, and they're fine. They're better than an average beer for sure.
So today,
fruit. Today we are going to be doing a little less live coding and a little more configuration, but that's okay. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. So we're going to be doing Paris related. So we're still in the early access period for our latest release, Paris. And this week has been performance analytics and reporting focused week. We're going to top it out by taking a look at some of the new features in that area of the platform, which doesn't require a lot of coding to use and leverage. And so we won't be doing a lot of that on the show today, but it's still really important for developers to know what tools are there and how to empower, folks who are trying to get the most out of the data that's in their ServiceNow instance with these tools. So Brad, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what we're going to do before we drop into the screen share?
Yeah, so we're going to continue on with our Artifact Manager development configuration, where Artifact Manager is the app that the three of us use to manage blogs and podcasts and videos and live streams, where we're also integrating Chuck's CLS app into it on those previous shows. So we're managing it through that app. One of the things that we've run into is more people have requested access to it because they want some visibility into what we're doing, and then maybe using it for more than just scheduling those pieces of content. And so, I kind of expect that we're going to end up, in the next 6 months, giving a larger number of people access to the app. So we want to, to provide a little bit better user experience than we have. So we fired up a workspace for the app on a previous show. And in this show, we're going to add some analytics to the workspace. First, we'll kind of explore the workspace and look at some of the Paris workspace enhancements. Then we'll add Analytics Center to the workspace, and we'll play with NLQ for a little bit because it's kind of fun to play with. And then we'll go ahead and configure our landing page for that workspace. So we'll use some of I think there's a new Paris component that we'll use to add some reporting capabilities to that landing page. So we'll do some. We do currently have a dashboard for that app, and we'll take some of the reports from that dashboard and add them to the landing page in Workspace. So not a lot of hardcore coding on this one, but all things that you might get asked to do as a developer or admin for an app.
And NLQ is what for the audience?
NLQ is natural language query. So it's a thing. We'll get more into it, but it's something when I was an admin very early in my career, it would have been really nice to be able to just give somebody the NLQ search box and have them run their own reports without having to know the data structure and data model really well.
Awesome.
I'm an old timer. NLQ means it was a dot matrix term for near letter quality.
Well, that's what happens with 3-letter combinations of things. They mean like 50 other
only
things.
So many.
Context, right?
We're oversubscribed on that one now.
All right.
Let's get into
some screen share.
Yeah.
And this is really a classic example of how we started with just a system of record. We wanted just a table to track this stuff, and it's really grown way, way beyond that.
Yeah, so if you guys can see this now, this is our Artifact Manager. This is actually some fairly up-to-date information that I pulled down into our development instance here. And, this is basically right now, I think we're only looking at blog posts, but we've got live streams, videos. I think we have podcasts, but they're not in my favorite list here. So we have all this info. We actually have a lot of automation behind this that we've discussed in some previous shows where, we do some, for this show, if I create a live stream and there's a state that I set it to that I never remember that sends out a calendar invite, and every now and then I actually send out the right calendar invite date, which is funny because for this show I sent out last week's before I sent out this week's. And then we also have it auto-published to YouTube. And then we do some other things with blog posts, but lots going on in this app. So Let's go ahead and open up
Awesome.
the workspace. So we created this artifact manager workspace on a previous show, and it opened
And
up in a different Chrome
afterwards,
window.
I'll link that in the description. That previous episode where we built this workspace that we're about to show off, and we built that in the Orlando version of our setup.
We did, yeah. All right, so this is our workspace. It is fairly straightforward. We've got a few different types of artifacts here, and this list view gives me the chance to show my favorite workspace enhancement in Paris, which is kind of a silly one to be my favorite. But
It's not silly.
I can resize these columns, and it is.
Which we've never had the capability
That's
in our
true.
lists to adjust the list size. And it would be really handy quite a few times in my career doing ServiceNow stuff. Like, I like that you couldn't configure it, programmatically for everyone. I like that it just, that took something off my shoulders as a developer, but I like it to be personalized to an individual.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the list resizing honestly is a pretty it's a pretty good pro when you're looking at the pros and cons of moving to Workspace at this point, since our standard list view doesn't have it.
That's a solid win right there to me. Like, personalizing that is will definitely make me happy as a user.
And it's per list and it's per user, so it will remember in. Is it in the preferences or somewhere else? But it will remember the next time you come here.
Right. So as you notice, when he switched to a different list from the same table, it had the title was at a different length because I think you were on videos and where you stretched it out.
All right. So I'll what else do we have for lists here? I have a list of lists.
You have a list of the things for lists? That's not meta at all.
We have this export button, I believe is new, where it's a little easier for me to export things. This is, nice. It's nice to not hide all of these things behind right-clicking and other lists, because it makes them more accessible for a screen reader. And then also, you don't have to have training on how to use this list in order to use it when we're more explicit about things like that.
If I recall, I believe there was some enhancements to the filtering there, and I don't remember what. So on you've got the little one.
Yeah,
I believe I don't remember what they were, but I have a little pen that there were enhancements to the filtering.
I think the biggest filtering enhancement, although this doesn't look like it, is that this used to be the Angular JS filter from the platform that was wrapped in just wrapped.
So maybe that what
I
the
think
change
they
is.
replatformed it. Yeah, although
now it is using the Now experience.
This all looks real bootstrappy, which Workspace is not bootstrappy, so maybe we don't have that, and maybe this is not where it is, but who knows. What else we have? Column resizing, list refresh prompt.
I'm gonna give you one right there. Oh, I think you might have just taken it away.
Oh, no.
I updated the abstract on the performance dashboard one, so should have given you.
But
I think you hit refresh right as
I did hit refresh. Try it again.
All right, bring it back to the top. I don't know which way you had sorted it.
I don't think
it's about.
I think I just scrolled.
Oh, did you scroll? Okay, then let me look for the GraphQL API one.
Okay.
It's dev.
Have fun.
Who knows if I'll ever write this blog post too.
Okay, GraphQL API. Let me put in an abstract and see if it'll do something for you. Save, and you should have like a little indicator up on the refresh button in a sec. Maybe it's supposed to be like pseudo live. It says, yes, you have an update.
If you refresh, yeah.
And then when you refresh, it will highlight what changed. Don't see that indicator. Come here. We're both on Dev Program Dev. Just making sure I didn't mess something up. All right, we'll hit refresh and see if the graphic, see if it does it anyway. Maybe we need to enable something?
Oh, yeah, it's there.
Okay.
But no, I know what you're talking about, Chuck, and
Yeah.
we're not experiencing that.
Yeah, the way I heard the story was that thing's going to light up with a little counter, kind of like
it'll show you highlight the ones that were.
And then when you do refresh, it will say, here's an abstract in like bold or blue or something. I forgot what it was. That's why I wanted to see.
Nice.
Interesting. I wonder if that is
maybe it's
a configuration or setting that we have to set.
We want to look at. Maybe we missed a
only on new workspaces or only on the shipped workspaces or some.
We may have to look at that. I do just like that type of thing is really nice that, Workspace, I think is, well, not I think, Workspace is getting all of these little usability enhancements that, maybe people have asked for in the other view, in the platform view, or that we're just getting feedback from people that they want to see it. But we are getting a lot of really like ease of use and quality of life enhancements in Workspace there.
Right.
All right.
So that's our workspace.
Hold on. I'm going to click into a form.
Yeah.
I was going to say, are there things in the form view that we want to highlight?
Yeah. Let's click into, this is my blog post for next week. So let's click into that.
Now that you've shown it to people, I guess you really do have to rate it.
There may have been some method to my madness here. I don't know about this category here. I think this is the Paris category.
We'll because that hasn't been ported down to the.
Oh, that is it. I pulled all of the artifacts in. So do we not have any HTML fields? So the date picker, I think, is.
Thought we had an HTML.
Some new stuff.
There's an HTML field. I just don't know if we're presenting it.
It probably is.
The content field is HTML field.
Wow, who planned this?
Bad demo.
It's all Andrew's fault. The other Andrew
sections, if I remember right, Brad, the screen sections are also resizable here. You can take that divider between attachments.
Ooh. Yeah.
Which
so
I believe
like
that was Orlando for the
fine
resize on the form.
No, I think it was Paris. At least that's picked it up.
It's new to me. What was section?
Do we want to add
is one of them?
Do we want to add the content viewer so you can show the HTML? We can do that.
The content, yeah, we can do that.
Should we add the content field to this view?
Ooh,
how do we can configure the form from here, can't we? Or do we have to go?
I don't think so. I don't think you can configure the view from here.
I thought we could. All right, let's go back.
You can do it from Form Designer.
Yes, because we do have a specific
view. Yeah. A workspace view.
Do I have to go into Studio and then open Form Designer?
You can open up one of the artifact records and just do configure form.
That's true. Well, if I'm going to go to the artifact record, I'm just going to use the form layout.
Old timer.
Whoa.
What? Is it a scopy thing? Is he in the wrong application?
I am in the wrong application.
Artifact section is
but
in
there's a workspace. So that's a great question. We created a workspace
after the
app.
Artifact Manager workspace app, which is separate from the Artifact Manager app, so that we could kind of control them separately. And
Guided App Creator would generate it.
Yes, that was the main reason, actually. So we could get Guided App Creator to create the workspace for us. So what's the name of that field we want?
Content, I think.
Uh-oh. Now we're going to look. Yeah, content.
Content. Is it in there already? Content.
Looks like it's there.
View.
You got a UI policy? You sure
you were on the right
view? Or that was a workspace view.
So there isn't one more
It says
thing we
under
have.
description.
Yes, I know what he's looking for. Was it the filter?
Well, there's a, wait, all right, I'll stop clicking. What are we doing?
I don't know.
So there's some view rules for Workspace. So let's look at what we're telling our blog.
I haven't explored this yet.
So we actually did not know this was a thing, and then on the show, somebody in the comments told us that we could use Workspace view rules.
Oh, it's saying view blog instead of view workspace.
Oh yeah, so this is the blog view. So maybe we go look at the blog view here.
Which doesn't have that.
It makes me wonder, did we really need another set of view rules, or were the other ones just insufficient in some way? Because now we have view rules and workspace view rules, just like we have mobile UI policies and regular UI policies. It just seems like we've got a lot of duplication now.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you always wanted the same view for Workspace as your standard platform view, then you probably don't need them. But you know, if you do want to show different things, then it could be helpful. Or it is.
Okay, so here we have to cross the streams. We have to go back to the Artifact Manager app and configure the blog view.
Or we just change the view to
We could just
we could
change
the
it
just
to
workspace view.
Well, but long term, we're going to want different views for different
We are.
artifacts.
Absolutely.
So let's be good developers for. I'll change to being a good developer for this show.
For once.
Ooh. Don't strain anything.
I mean,
Next thing you know, he's going to do something crazy like put a description in the description field.
hey, I'm
Ooh.
already doing this in dev, guys. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't do this directly in prod, so I'm ahead of my. All right. So we have Workspace. We're just going to add. No.
No, you wanted the
Yeah,
blog.
You want
I need a new
blog
view.
one.
You want a blog view.
Or a
No, you
new
don't
one.
need a new view. Well, if you
Well,
want the new view in the workspace.
We're going to go
Yeah, he wants a workspace blog. view.
blog Workspace.
Good.
Workspace, blog, workspace, blog. It doesn't matter.
Naming standards, kids.
All right. So this has content in it, which
Yeah.
is going to be enough for what we want to do here.
Okay.
And then we
And then
want to
we
go to
Use
view
your
rules.
quick list.
No, because I want Workspace view rules.
Right. But you had already been to this record. You
Yeah.
can go
Oh,
to
you're
the
right. It was in my history.
history.
Oh, yeah. I am using that.
It's blog workspace, sir.
Blog Workspace, of course. That's the other one.
It's already forgotten the standard.
It's always the other one.
All right. Now
We're a little punchy today, everybody.
I'm
It's
going to
fine.
refresh.
Hey, this logger
been-
is 7.0. I'm having a good time now.
It's been a week. Hey, look at this
Hey,
beautiful.
there it is.
Now, what is it you wanted to show us?
He wanted to show the beautiful HTML.
Yeah, it's the new the tiny
Oh, the
MCE.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's editable. That's configurable too. You can control which widgets go on which MCE.
Yeah, so there's a system property where you can kind of control, you know, which icons are here and what the order is. So that's a nice enhancement that only took us 7 minutes to figure out how to show.
Probably took the developers less time to put it in.
That's right. All right.
Nice. And I like that it's expandable.
Yes.
Yes.
Delicious.
All right.
Delicious beer sip. So that's enough walking through some of the workspace enhancements, right? This is an analytics show. Let's show some
That's right.
analytics.
Let's do some analytics. So there's supposed to be, well, let's start here. So there's an agent workspace. This is our, you know, workspace that we ship out of the box to work with customer service management and ITSM. And we have this nice little analytics center icon where I can use NLQ here. So what we want is we want this icon to exist in our workspace. And doing a little bit of playing around with this before the show to make sure that I could add Analytics Center to a custom workspace. It looks like when you upgrade, you should get Analytics Center added to all of your existing workspaces, but it's not quite clear to me whether whether it's automatically added to custom workspaces or whether you have to do it manually like we're about to do. If I were to go in and create a new workspace right now, it would automatically get the Analytics Center with it, but I did not get that when we upgraded this instance to Paris. So we're going to have to add that. Workspace. So I'm going to go to all workspaces. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at, let's look at Artifact Manager
how it's set
workspace.
up in Agent Workspace. No.
And we can see it's not here. This is where we're going to have to put it as a workspace module. So let's look at an existing workspace that has it.
When in doubt, steal it.
And I don't know if there's a good way for me to steal this without just copying things.
Insert and stay?
Insert and stay?
I don't know. Let's see what it
Ha
does.
ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
And then you
now
could
you
just
can
change
change
which workspace.
The workspace.
Nice.
It did it automatic, Agent Workspace.
Oh, but
Yep.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, the application is correct.
Nice.
There we go.
Done.
Okay.
Ship it.
There's a bunch of fields in there that I have questions about, but okay. Let's see what happens.
Let's see if it worked.
Let's see if it works first.
Brute force.
All right. So it's not here.
Refresh. And the logo, the icon kind of looks like the old Prudential.
And it's still not here.
Still not there. So we
Okay.
didn't.
Well, let's go
missed
check our related
something.
list. Did it show up in our related list?
Oh, great question.
Maybe we missed the target somehow. It says
It's
4,
down there.
Analytics
It did.
Center.
Content
Active true.
So wonder if we missed.
Something in here. Well, you're admin. You should.
That should not matter. But I also tested this earlier today and it did work. So
Cache.do? I don't know.
that is strange.
So maybe there is a field that is populated when you copied it that shouldn't be. Take a look at just for us. Well, can you pull up the other record real quick
Mhm.
and see if one of the visible ones is off?
I didn't see
Where's
any.
our Agent Workspace?
That's a thing.
So it doesn't look like there's anything
Hmm.
visible that's different. Okay.
All right.
All right. So now let's return back to the new one.
There's nothing in
And then I would take a look at the XML of the new one and see if there's any fields that have been populated that really don't belong.
Oh,
That
yeah,
we
that's
just can't see.
Hmm.
New content,
ID
content.
label.
Empty.
Looks
Package is correct.
workspace config looks fine. Looks fine to me. My only question is do the IDs and labels, is there some uniqueness that needs to happen or?
Yeah, Andrew said we had PA viewer in the original record and we had it in the new record and then I got rid of it because I
Right. We both had,
wanted to change
and
something.
roles is empty. So I would hope that means it would be available for any role.
So let's do this. Analytics Center outline. I'm going to delete this guy
Okay.
and then we're going to recreate it manually.
Are you going to use the same names?
And we are going to use the same values. So Analytics Center. And this was
Analytics
this
Center
matter.
icon.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it was Analytics Center icon. There we go.
And then
It
type
was full.
Yep.
And
So let's
then
try this.
submit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Give yourself a cache.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Clear.
Cache.do.
It is a UI element, so
I like Andrew's comment right there. And it's Saturday, not Friday.
That's right.
yeah, in the future it will be spelled that way, Andrew.
NTRE.
All right.
His autocorrect wouldn't let him type it out.
Do we have an expectation that the cache will have worked? I mean, it's the
Well, I
thing I
don't-
try, but
I don't
I'm
think
not
it
sure
worked.
that it'll work. I think there's something.
So what let's
Else.
let it see first, but I have an idea.
Nope.
So I did this earlier just to make sure that it
And
worked.
it worked.
That you could add analytics in. Oh,
What?
Oh my
It's there, but
goodness.
The icon
it's
is
the icon.
all right.
What?
So maybe the cache worked and we spelled the icon.
Icon name wrong.
Wrong.
What's the real one say for the icon?
Well,
Yeah, hit up
how did I spell it here?
Analytics Center dash
Andrew is
icon, and
right. It should
so
be
go
up.
to the other.
We can't see your icons in Workspace. I don't know what that means.
It's probably cut off on the side, is what he means.
Oh,
Probably when you
okay.
drop in a workspace, it's probably cut off, turned
Ah.
off the side.
So what happened is he didn't see it, but when he cursored over it, a pop-up came up with the label.
So I'll make sure that we fix
Yes.
that.
We did not see workspaces. So agent workspace, and the icon outline.
Outline.
What we want,
Outline.
not icon. Wow.
Close enough. Just put the poop
Let's
emoji.
view edit. Yay.
I've got an upcoming episode of CLS on list editing. I learned more about list editing and options and configuration than I ever. There is a ton of stuff.
There we go. Magic.
It is here.
You get the credential logo.
So I think the cache, I don't know, because we did the insert and stay and it
We
didn't
never
show.
hovered over it. We just
Right.
looked at it. It could have been
But the
Right, but the insert
the
and stay
icon
had
would
the
have been
correct
right.
icon.
Yeah,
that-
the icon would have been right there. So I think it was a cache issue and then an icon issue. It's always hard when there's multiple things. All right. So now we have Analytics Center for here, and I have played with this. A
Ooh,
little.
you have apparently typed things in the
So-
box. Type more things in the box.
So let's go artifacts by type is type. We're gonna say type as a column. And I'm
Ooh,
gonna ask it.
so that's nice that it
It
prompted you
Yeah.
to say, "Hey, this could mean a couple of things. Please pick."
Look at that.
Ooh,
So it gives us this little chart and it says, hey, I found an artifact table and I am counting artifacts and I
By
grouped them by type. So we could say published artifacts by type.
Ooh. State equals published.
And we added state equals published because it found that there was a state field. This is this is just wonderful. I as a former admin, I'm just being able to give somebody this, and
that was a low key statement for a big deal. Like this is wonderful. And what's
somebody
hilarious
asked about dates.
I mean, we're going to do some dates,
Right.
Um,
Created last year.
I couldn't
and you're right,
get,
Brad. This is wonderful. It like
let's go.
being able to quickly flip between graph types and filtering the data all from a natural query that I write out and is understandable for humans is it's pretty magical.
Yeah.
Like I can say what I want. Like this in this case, I want the published artifacts by type created this year. Like actually take out by type. I want to see what it does when you don't say by type. Because that's probably the first thing I would have tried.
Oh, good call.
I want to know what's up in the little kebab menu.
Also gives me a list. Nice.
Okay. That
So
makes sense.
created. And then I think, oh no, that it's telling us this is what's
that is what it's
right?
filtering on. Yeah.
It's filtering on state and created. So that was kind of
Nice.
nice.
Cool.
That's
so one of
pretty
the
handy.
things, yeah, one of the things that I wanted to do earlier was planned publish date. Let's just say planned publish date this year and see if that
We'll
works.
put in some verbs like is.
Maybe
Is
on
this year or on this year?
yeah. Created on
This year.
Contains created on this year. So I think it may have issues using custom
Date fields
because created is out of the box and we haven't trained this against our data, right? So it's using probably task table data. So what if because is type, is that actually category?
No.
We have a custom type field.
We have a custom
Publish
type field.
artifacts
Custom type.
by type, but it found.
I think maybe if you get the field name exactly right, it might have a better chance.
I think
Is that
it is
exactly how we say that name?
I think it is planned publish
date. That's
date. Or maybe so. Let's try this. Planned publish date,
and then you indicate it right there.
Whoa! That something crazy happened. Let's go. Artifacts.
Planned publish date is also, but the field name is publish_by, and I wonder if that might be throwing it off a little bit. I mean, we want to use the labels, obviously. Planned publish.
Yeah, so it got the field name right.
Got the field.
Maybe we should start using this field differently, and just instead of dates, we just say in the future.
In the future.
Past.
I'm sure Joanne will love that.
Try
publishing this in the future.
Try on or
right.
in this year.
Take
out the is actually.
Right.
I think the is might be.
I wonder if you could
doing something with the contains.
So Andrew suggests after today, which is a good suggestion that I believe I tried already. And it
contains after today. So it's not recognizing that field should be accepting dates.
So we have this little link that says, how can I improve my results? And it has a dates thing. So which incidents were created? So I'm wondering if it's really good
were,
at create.
And then today. Smack the word were before it and then the word today after it.
So say
artifacts.
I'm going to add which because were planned publish date let's say after today, or do you just want to do today?
Just try today because that was their example was were field name today. Contains today. It just does not think that that's a
it's having a hard time recognizing it as a date field. Is a date.
That's interesting.
Yeah. What if we say created before today?
Oh, but the label is different than the field name though. The name is publish_by.
but it knows
Yes.
the right field.
Yeah, it's
because
grabbing the right one.
It's just not giving us the right query into the field, because it tells us like, hey, this is the field that you're filtering on.
Out of curiosity, try publish_by.
Here, let's do created. So it knows. I'm wondering if it only knows how to work with.
I wonder if it's a difference between date and date time.
Yes.
Try published date, because
Which
published date
artifacts
is a date time.
were
Right. One is a date
Nope.
and one is
Published date is
published
a
date? Is that right?
yeah.
no,
What's a
that's not a date time. It's just a date.
Is it?
Well, let's
Yeah.
go.
Let me find a
let's
date
look.
time field because we've got one other than created and updated. Let's find the date time field. Type date time, start time, calendar start. Let's do calendar start.
Calendar start. All right. Oh, I tried to press the up arrow. Let's go where calendar start is after today. It is date time.
It doesn't know how to work with
Doesn't know date.
it.
got
Okay,
it.
that sounds like a
That's fair. This is the first NLQ release. But fire up your enhancement link and
Yeah, and smash that button.
let's get that in there. And we'll be sending some internal emails.
We'll be
Yeah.
using
But overall, I mean, this is so the dates. What's one more thing we can try that's not dates?
Assigned to me.
Ooh. Let's go.
Or how about not assigned to me?
What if we say
Or-
artifacts
not assigned.
with type
Ooh, not assigned. Yeah,
Blog
there's a couple of
post.
things around assignment that are useful
not assigned to me?
to me. And then I think, yeah, not assigned is the next one I want to see.
Type contains
Assigned to Brad.
let's say
Or assigned to.
blog post type artifacts.
I wonder why I got nothing because those conditions look like.
Well, it was
Oh,
type
it didn't get
contains blog
type.
post, not
Got it.
type equals blog
Type
post.
blog post.
Type contains
Type
artifacts.
contains artifacts not.
So it's almost there. It'd be nice if I
Type
could
blog
kill
post.
these conditions.
But not assigned to me should not include assigned to equals Brad Tilton.
It's
Oh, you're
weird
right,
how
yeah.
it used type twice
Yeah.
in two different conditions.
Here, let's say
Blog post artifacts not assigned to me. Just take out the word type. No,
did not like that.
Used it.
So before we did not actually use.
just
So
artifacts.
far we haven't really been using values that much. So we said, what if we do like artifacts by type, not assigned to me, because that's what we
Okay.
did before. Wow, artifact.
Not assigned. Oh, it just does not like by type. Oh, what was that little button? You went too fast for me.
Oh yeah, sorry. So that's I believe it wants to show PA data first, and you have to tell it just show me the current data.
Oh,
I
okay.
think is
Because
what
we don't
that
have
is.
PA data because this is a fresh import.
This is a dev instance, yeah, with old data. So let's see if this works now. Well, let's start with assigned to me because that
Assigned,
seemed easier.
Hey,
Show the
there we
details.
go.
Yeah. Or empty.
Or empty.
Yeah.
What is that? What are you trying to say about me? Oh, I can't click into this. All right.
Well, that was fun.
Should we be? I could play with this for a while, but we should probably move on to something else.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. There's definitely a lot of potential here, and this is a first release at this, and we haven't done any training for our specific. And I don't even know what training is available.
Yeah. So.
Oh, look, we can. There's some right there.
Yeah, so you
There's
can
words.
add synonyms. You can go into the back end and add synonyms and say, like, hey, everybody calls incidents tickets at my organization.
Well, and I can say blog
says
post,
ticket.
and then I don't even need the word artifact
There you go. Yeah. So blog post equals artifacts where
of type.
Should we see
blog
if we can
post.
do that?
Yeah,
I think that's worth trying.
Yeah. So let's go. Can we
Incidents equals ouchies. Nice.
That's wonderful. All right.
Where did the bad
NLQ
server
synonyms.
ouchie you?
It's a major ouchie.
Oh.
So artifact is your table.
Artifact. All right. So artifact is a table.
Name would be type.
Type. So are we saying? I think we're saying synonyms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, synonyms for fields.
I want synonym for value in that type.
Because they had synonym active was related to open. So you could say how many open tickets do I have instead of how many active tickets. So okay, well this feels like a version
this
one
is
thing as well.
It's still useful.
Yeah.
What if we select?
Really nice.
It's semantic shortcuts, right? This was synonyms.
Oh,
what does semantic shortcut give us?
Where is that?
Probably under semantic shortcuts.
All right.
Now make sure you spell semantic right, not semantic.
There we go.
Semantic shortcuts.
Let's find out what we get from here. Incident.
Oh,
this feels more like a condition.
This looks like the right place.
Table.
Artifact.
The condition builders
is going to be
until you
type equals blog post, and the synonym you could say is blog.
Nice. This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Cool. Just two different things.
I wonder if you could put the me in here also.
So what I want to do is say my condition is planned publish date after today.
Yeah.
And then say future
blogs.
So let's do this.
So future blog should get me the right thing if I do future is planned publish after now. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, I don't want to add a sort. So we're going to say type is blog series, and planned published date is after.
Oh, you don't want blog post type. We already have so we can say future is
So we're just gonna say future is planned published
after
date
now.
After what happened?
After current minute.
Yeah. Do relative.
I love relative. Yeah.
Relative is so good. 1 minute ago.
This is a different picker.
Yeah, there's two different ones we got.
And that's future. Nice.
Let's see if that works.
Oh, that's totally gonna wreck other things though.
If you get up to 88 miles an hour.
Kids, don't do this to your query. Is
I'm gonna refresh.
The word future from all other all other places.
All right. Say future artifacts.
No, future blog. Use both of them at the same time, right? That was
really risky.
I wanted to see if either of them would work first.
The dice, absolutely nothing.
It did not like that. So let's say artifacts.
Which is a table.
But I'm going to ask.
Planned publish date in the
Ooh.
future.
Ooh,
Like
let's
it's
go
like-
all the way to the end. 8:31 is in the future. So that worked. Wow.
Sweet.
So now let's say,
And just try blog versus blogs, just because maybe it's quite that.
what if we just type blog?
There it is.
Yes,
So say future
I think
blog.
that's it.
future
Be a
blog.
plural thing. Swing, take a drink.
Future
Wow.
blogs. Take a drink.
So-
Without the S.
Semantics for the win.
Only one drink is allowed because there's no S's.
We can fix it.
Yeah, we can.
That is a
where'd that go?
fixable problem.
Type blog.
Synonyms, comma, blogs.
Yeah.
Can we? Oh, come on.
Where did you go?
He
Oh,
clicked
some
on artifact.
field.
Yeah.
Why would you put that first? Can we use comma?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
should hope so.
I saw examples. I looked at the list.
All right.
Okay, look at the list. They have more.
Oh, it's a life hack. Look at the list.
That's like cheating.
All right. Future
Looking
blogs.
at the other ones. Future blogs.
You really want to have fun?
Why
Future
does it
blog.
only save the ones that were successful? That's actually not a bad
That's
thing.
actually kind of nice.
Unlike Google or YouTube.
Yeah. Type as blog post. Planned publish date is
All
more
right,
than
well, I'm done. Bye,
Now-
a minute
everybody.
ago.
Now
Wow.
say assigned to me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's tempt fate.
All right. This is the last one, though. It's thinking really hard.
really hard. That's scary too long.
Hey, assigned to Brad Tilton.
Wow.
Or empty.
For
Or
the
empty
win.
seems a little,
I don't think
but it only showed Brad Tilton ones.
Yeah.
There
that is
are
kind of
unassigned
bizarre.
ones.
there are lots of unassigned blog posts.
We're not going to worry about that. The list looks better.
Yeah. It gave me the results I wanted to see.
Now,
Yeah.
the next thing is we want to save this so we can come back so our users don't have to type that every time. They have like this.
So what you want to do is if you want to implement this, you need to get a good cross section of your users, put them in a room and ask them to run reports and just
Let's see what
record what it is that they search for and then make some synonyms.
So, Brad, what's in the upper menu in the upper right? The
Up here,
kebab menu. Right there.
it's grayed out.
It's grayed out.
It is.
It's grayed out.
Yeah.
Nothing's there.
Bummer.
We do still have how can I improve my results, which is nice. It gives the person, hey, natural language, but here's the natural language that we would like you to use.
I kind of want to be able to say, this is exactly what I want, and I want to store this in my workspace view somehow.
Yeah. Make a shortcut or something.
Yeah. I want
So,
a save button.
This
For the
is
user.
probably a component somewhere. Maybe that's a future show. How do we make this automatically pop up when somebody goes to the analytics center the first time?
Ooh. That does sound like a fun one. So let's return. Well, we don't have a lot of time. Well, we basically have no time. Did you want to pull up UI Builder and show the
Let's do it.
the report crafter real quick?
So let's do it real quick. So this is the landing page. When you launch a workspace, the first page that you get is the landing page. We don't have one configured for Artifact Manager, and we probably need one because when somebody launches it, we want to show them, whatever the pertinent information is. So to do that, we go to Workspace. We find our workspace, and we have this nice green Open in UI Builder button. And this is the Paris version of UI Builder. I believe it is a little different, even though there's not a lot of enhancements in the Paris release.
I'm surprised that they used a green primary button there because that's not necessarily the primary action you should be taking on that button. In our design system, people who wrote those rules are the ones who are in control of that.
So we're loading,
We're loading. Sweet.
but I believe, we're loading because we don't have a page, I think.
Yeah, you got
Or
trying to load up
No,
existing pages.
I think it's loading the existing page,
we don't have a page.
which is empty.
Uh-oh.
But we should be able to create a new page without.
We should.
This is where we create a new page.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it just takes a while.
All right.
Create a new landing page.
Let's create a page. Yeah, I want to create one.
I blame that on
All right.
clicking cache earlier.
I mean, that name
I
seems
don't want to protect it.
a little extra.
You think Artifact Manager landing is too much?
In
Well,
the
you could-
Artifact Manager Workspace app.
Many landing pages, so maybe
Say,
we can rename it later.
Yeah.
Andrew wants you to know, and then they get into this page. So we've got add component.
Ooh.
Look at that icon. Looks eerily similar, like the.
Yes, this data visualization icon. So I put a container in here because I think you should put things inside.
Things go in containers. I agree.
So I'm not sure what we can. I think we may have to create a data visualization to get this to work.
I don't click it.
I did click
Oh,
And
oh,
you didn't get a
click
whole lot
the
of properties over
click
here.
in data list. Where is the?
Not a whole lot of options.
So we can add a report widget.
Try that.
Yeah, but that's not what I wanted.
It's not as fun. There are
No,
some.
The data
There are some
visualization
Paris
is supposed to
things.
be able to let me create a new report from right here.
It is.
I think maybe we just have too early of a version.
Or
Oh, that's very possible. Data visualization.
I think this is a case of we just have an early version.
Yeah. What?
Because that's what that widget is supposed to allow for me to do, which is create a new report right from in UI Builder without having to visit the old.
because we're on
we're on-
actually,
early access.
Patch
patch 0
0.1.
hotfix 1. And that's not that early.
It's not
Build
that early,
date.
but it's possible
Yeah.
that that's maybe not a feature that was ready to roll out until
GA
general availability.
in a couple of weeks. It's coming, kids.
Oh, it is a component. Yeah, that's true.
But well, we didn't have a lot of time to explore it either. But what that widget is supposed to be able to do is allow you to create reports right from inside UI Builder. Hey, look, you even been there recently.
I have. I try to do some research for the episodes.
Yeah, create visualizations based on aggregated table data or indicator data. Yeah. Whereas the add the PA widget, report and PA widget allows you to pick an existing one, and that was already in Orlando.
Yeah.
This new one is for you to be able to build one right from within the interface without
Yeah.
going back to UI 16 interface. Well, cool. Let's wrap it up.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing here.
Yay!
And we're back.
Well done.
And we're back.
Good job, Brad.
That was great, Brad. And that was a lot of fun. I mean, we could type in that query box quite a bit. Like that was a lot of fun. I haven't had that much fun doing reporting in a year.
Fun and reporting
Yeah.
generally don't go together, Andrew.
I love doing reporting, and that's a great way to like quickly try out a bunch of different mechanisms. I know we were trying out what its capabilities were, but like when I'm building reports, I frequently want to try out a lot of different configurations really rapidly to see which one actually gives me the visualization that I'm looking for and tells the story the easiest and most succinct way. that I'm trying to convey. So I think that's going to be just magical for report creators, to be able to, one, quickly try out a bunch of things. And then for everyone else, it allows them to not need to know the data model, to just get a report right then on the fly, with natural queries. Like, that is too much fun.
I think where some of the value there is, especially with, if you've created a custom app where you've extended task and you have 100 fields on a table, then, somebody picking from the list of all the fields to run their report, especially if it's a fairly simple table, they're, a lot of times you see them just get overwhelmed and not know what to do and have to come back
and then
to the
put in a
admin.
request for a developer to build a report for them. Which
if they can come
down.
in and say, I want this specific type or whatever the custom fields are that you've added to task, and use those. There's a lot of value there for, not the end user, but whoever the process user is using that application.
Yeah, those process users really get to be able to drive into the data quickly and easily for what they need right then. And that's valuable. Like, when you're building a landing page for them, you're going to be thoughtful about what a bigger group needs, but this allows that individual to just say, here's what I need right this moment is this. And I may not need it again for a month. And I don't want that on my landing page, but when I need it, type out my 3 or 4 words into the query, hit go, boom, I've got the data the way I want it. Which a lot faster than going through the list view with the condition builder and finding the right query. Like, this will really, really help out those that agent trying to do this. So it's super exciting to me that's deliverable now. Like, that's a pairs feature you can just get up and start using. And as you saw, we didn't configure that. Like, we added it to our workspace and poof, it's ready for consumption. And that's really lowering that bar to getting access to this data for all of your, fulfiller type users. That's really cool. Thanks so much for showing that to us, Brad. I want to go search our artifacts table some more. So let's go around the horn and rate our beers.
All right. I had the North Coast old Rasputin. And it was pretty good. It was actually a little hoppy for me for a stout, so I'm going to give it a 3.75.
It is a little hoppy.
Yeah. I'm just not a huge
I'm not either.
IPA guy. I don't love real hoppy beers.
But for a hoppy beer, it's on up there for me.
That's true.
Extra lager with I don't know, this girl needs a name. She's kind of, after drinking this can of beer, she's looking more attractive every minute, but that's just getting weird. I thought I give this a 4.0. That is with our quarter point success factor. I thought it was very good. It's a 7.0 beer, so it's got a nice buzz factor going on, which also helps that we're winning and we're intoxicated.
My sour blackberry raspberry from Edmund's Oast. Yeah, I think it's a solid 4. It's good. Well, it's not nearly as good as those others. Those others are really good. Those 4 5s are.
I'm trying to remember what were the flavors that you gave the 4.5 and the 5.0 to.
I know there was an apricot one.
Yeah. Something
in apricot.
Wasn't there a peach or something that you? And
then something in a peach.
Okay.
But I don't remember the other.
If it's that good, Andrew, you got to write the number on the can and put it on the cupboard so you remember.
No, that's what Untapped is for, sir.
And how often do you go back and look at Untapped?
Well, I mean, when I went out into the world and actually went to venues fairly often, lately, not at all. Yeah. You got me there. but they don't make that many beers at this place.
That's true.
At some point, somebody's going to create a ServiceNow app that has all of our scores back over the years.
Oh my.
Ooh.
An untapped API.
It's not going to be me,
Yeah.
but someone is.
It's not going to be me.
No.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I want to take just a second to tell you a couple of things that are coming up. I know that we have got, we're going to be talking about in the future here soon. Hacktoberfest is a month away. We always organize some ServiceNow developers around a couple of topics. This year, it's going to be around Now Experience component building and continuation on from last year's theme of building spokes. We're going to also focus on spokes, but I think we're going to focus on enhancing existing spokes, because the number of spokes that ServiceNow shipped from last year to this year has been a lot more, like almost 100 more. So I think enhancing some existing ones will be the right audience for the folks interested in integrations. And for the UI folks, Now Experience component building and enhancing is sort of a nice combo of those two things that we can focus on. Then next week, Brad and I are going to be doing some outdoor. So we're going to be smoking. We're going to do some meat smoking next week on Wednesday, and we're going to do a long 4-hour live stream. And come on and join us and engage with us there. You don't have to be there the whole time. Come and drop in whenever you're ready. But we're going to go, and we've got a backlog of development work that we need to do. So it won't be quite as much explaining as we do on our traditional live code happy hour Friday shows, where we, walk through it a little bit, more in depth of what we're doing. We're just going to be doing a bunch of development. So we're just going to be knocking things out of our backlog and getting things done. But it should be fun. So come on and join us there. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about your podcast real quick, Chuck?
Breakpoint podcast from last Wednesday on the 19th last week, 26th. We had a bonus episode on the 26th. 19th was Dave Slusher talking about Flow Designer and Integration Hub features in Paris. The 26th was a special episode with David Liu, which is a repurposed broadcast from the webinar we had in July around technical debt and data debt. The webinar was called Don't Break the Bank. And the 2nd of September, which is coming up, 2nd of September is an audio interview with Wolf Wedemeyer, who we talked to on Tech Now.
Now Experience.
For Now Experience components. And Andrew is coming up. We're going to be talking about Hacktoberfest stuff later in the month. It's going to be, I've got community live stream episode on Monday about script actions. And then Thursday is Glide session. So lots and lots of great content coming at you. So stay tuned to the developer site and the community. And there's just so much more. Somebody in Amsterdam asked me, where can I find developer content? Where can't you find developer content?
Developer.servicenow.com is a really good first step.
That's the starting point. Yes.
All right. Anything else from you, Brad?
Nothing for me. Excited about the long live stream next week. We're going to be doing lots of different things to knock out. I think, Chuck, you'll be joining us for at least part of it.
I've got some things to work on. We'll be doing
There we go. So
Nice.
We'll have lots of different things to share, just real development work that we have to get done that we figured we'd go ahead and live stream.
Excellent. Well, thank you again for joining us, Chuck and Brad and the community for engaging with us. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
I guess.